everyone, Senrai here, and today I'm going to be watching part 2 of the 12th and final episode of Kaguya-sama Season 3. I feel like we're just adding more and more to that long title, but I watched what I guess was part 1 and was pretty confused that it just suddenly ended like that when it seemed like there should have been another 5 or 10 minutes of episodes left, considering what we still had to do, right? Kaguya was getting ready for the confession and trying to find the president, and that didn't happen. So I was kind of curious how we would continue it, and I guess that's this. After I ended out the recording, I thought to myself, okay, maybe I should do a little bit of digging and see exactly what the situation is. And it didn't take too long to find out that there's a part 2, which I'm gonna be watching now, and apparently we have the opening. So yeah, that's a thing. So let's just jump into the episode and see how they decide to truly end off this season of anime. So 3, 2, 1, play. It feels weird watching 2 episodes of Kaguya in the same day, but it's just where we're at. And I'm almost out of water. I should have filled up on that. The lightning striking her is just always going to be funny. I've come to that conclusion. Yeah, then we go down the building, and then we zoom in. The zoom in might be my favorite shot of the opening, although the Kaguya, green screen background kind of thing is also really good too. I'm not sure which one I like better. Bum bum. Okay, it's Ibamis who we're starting off with. Yeah, they're stealing your girl. Maybe, but you can still do it. And technically, she thinks you already confessed to her, so... Knives. Better make sure teachers don't see that. And a tuxedo mask over here without the mask. Secret identity revealed. It's honestly a little bit hard to take this seriously in that getup, but I'll try my best. That's understandable. Hopefully not literally. She wants you to stay. Yeah. we're getting really fancy with this. Chica. It's definitely not a misunderstanding. It's not the problem. Yeah, you really do need to say something. That would be a good start. uh, that wouldn't have been a good thing. If only you said some of this out loud. Your phone. What are we about to do? Fireworks or something flashy or something balloon-based? Okay. I want to see it too. It looks like a single balloon. Is it gonna pop and release something? I don't know what it could be though. A bunch of hearts maybe? That could be work as a confession. Just hearts everywhere dedicated to Kaguya. Is that what we're doing? God, that breathing. And yes, I think that is what we're doing. Oh my god, there are so many of them too. Good god. Just dozens, hundreds of balloon parts. Wow, I can't imagine a better confession than that. Wow. I'm actually really, really impressed. I mean, you can't misinterpret that. Yo, damn, oh god, I have chills. Oh, this is so good. Hurry up. Should go faster with a real mouse. Cat Girl Kaguya. Oh god, I remember that. There's the hat. And the cape. Yeah, that's... yeah. Yeah, just the amount of prep that went into this, it's pretty crazy to think about. Yeah, that's what all that stuff was about, getting Fujiwara out of the way. Yeah, it was meant for her. That's she's not wrong. Okay, I did not know that. All at once. Yeah, there we go. It really is just everything coming together. It's great seeing all the, like, the clever, cunning, planning and all that going towards actually making a good confession rather than trying to make the other person confess. It seems so much more productive and positive. I mean, you're really not that far off. It's a nice jump. Oh no, she's flying off. Good thing you can fly too. Of course she's going towards the moon. A blue one? The only blue one. And she grabs one herself. Now we just exchange them. Nah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I think you're reaching. Yeah, I mean, why else would you release tons of balloons shaped like hearts? Oh god, Hayasaka. I think she's gonna hyperventilate. I think she is going down. Okay. That is asking a lot. Oh. That's definitely what he wants. Right now. Yeah, it's crazy how much we did not see on screen until now about what he's been doing. I never would imagine all this. That cape actually looks pretty good on her, honestly. A confession. For you to confess. I couldn't imagine a better environment to do so. Look at that too. I mean, that's more or less a confession itself. Yeah, just stay with me, I mean, that's kind of the, opposite strategy from keeping him here, just bring her with you. I mean, it works. Same end goal of staying together. Okay, we got the agreements. Yeah, more easily than expected, but... Removing obstacles. That always sounds scary when she says that. Yeah, I mean, the scene's not over yet. Okay. So what is it then? Yeah, Maki. Uh, hopefully her wish isn't granted. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh god, my heart. That's... I mean, I do. By a lot, actually. Okay, that was quite nice. I wasn't expecting that. I'm glad I got that. You know, before the girl starts murdering people. All by herself. It happens. There she is. And you're not. It's quite sad, but... Okay, Ishigami. The hearts. Okay. Well, they're misleading. She thought you were confessing to her. A video of all the fun you're not having. Yeah, I guess. I thought she was singing for a second. That would have been something. It's like a swarm of hearts just attacking the tower. You know, like a swarm of bees, but flowers. Or balloons. Meanwhile, Chica's still enjoying her wild goose chase. I'm about to say, is that gonna be like a secret passage? It was just ridiculous, but I saw that coming. Is she really going for a kiss here? As they find their secret passageway. Where does it lead? Really? So what are they gonna see, Kaguya? I assume they're gonna see Kaguya. What timing? Oh god! Oh god! Just dead. Some things just not meant to be seen. That's a lot of text. Well, rest in peace, that girl. That Karen never stood a chance. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, the true purpose of the balloons were to be camouflage. Oh yeah, the bed scene, I remember that. Good times. Oh yeah, that too. They really have been do a lot together, haven't they? Yeah, the balloon really does block it. God damn it. I mean, you can tell what's going on. I guess it's fine. But still, damn that balloon. Yeah, you really can't misinterpret that one. Who says you need words for a confession? I feel like Fillion's got across pretty well here. Your burning love. Definitely reached. Good question. How much time do we have left, actually? Not a lot. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to think about anything for like a week after that. Yeah, you had to have been there. Congrats. Or okay, not what I was expecting. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I was actually about to say something similar. Because you ate lemons a lot beforehand, it would, yeah. I mean, there's definitely is an after. God, the Kaguya voice. So what is this gonna be? Oh God, so graphic. War criminal. And she said the classic line. uh, uh, God, I think I'm sweating a little bit. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it's nice to have, but... She's still doing that voice. That's certainly understandable. It usually comes before the kiss, but... Do we need the pen? Title drop. That's actually really nice title drop. I really like that. Like, ending off on a title drop is something I've always really enjoyed, and that was a great example of it. Man, that was quite an episode part. I mean, it's called part 2, but it's essentially a full-length episode, so I don't know what to call it. I just know I'm pretty much out of water now. There was definitely a lot of good stuff in this episode. And I don't... Okay, actually, there should be time for a stinger, actually. Because I'm hoping we'll get, like, a Season 4 announcement. I'm hoping that's what we end off on. Again, I don't know how much manga's left, but... Bum, 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 bum. Oh wow, we actually get to see the sakura trees that were talked about before. You know, about to bloom. We have not much left, but a little bit. Oh yay! Some things never change. Happy Life Game 2, a sequel nobody asked for. But I don't want to. I guess it just can't be helped. So nobody else actually knows in that room knows about the kiss, do they? Are they holding hands under the table? Yeah, they totally are. Yeah. One thing did definitely change, and that would be their relationship. Yeah, because as soon as the camera started to pan down, you knew what it was panning towards. But yeah, that was the 12th and final episode, final part. I don't really know what to call it in a coherent sense, but that was the end of Kaguya-sama season 3. Let's just leave it at that. And this was quite the episode. I definitely get why they felt they needed to have some extra time for such a thing, right? Because I mean, the confession scene itself, like, it technically wasn't a confession scene because nobody actually confessed "I love you" in the scene, at least not like verbally. We had monologue sort of stuff, but nothing out loud. But from the president's standpoint, his big thing was just pushing some buttons on his phone. Of course, this is activated via app. This is current year after all. So he just releases one balloon, which goes into the fire, releasing all of the balloons. Like, I can't even imagine how many there were. Like, hundreds, definitely. And he just did all the necessary calculations to know exactly where it would go. So he was in the ideal spot, both him and Kaguya. So just working all that out, just the sheer amount of effort that went into this is just crazy to think about. So many moving pieces, preparation. But like, if you have like a 3-season long show where the confession is like the main goal, the main meat of the show is trying to get a confession to happen, but it never happens. If you have a scene where you're finally trying to actually do it, it makes sense you want to go all out and really live up to the hype, right? And it's kind of hard to do that, but I'd say they made a pretty good attempt at that here with just the tons of heart-shaped balloons flying around, because I mean, balloons was already established to be an important aspect of this arc, right? I think we even had like the balloon training arc or something, balloon blowing up because he kept popping them and stuff like that. So, right. And of course, we had the case of the missing balloons, the crime and all that. So, like, obviously that was built up to be going to be relevant to the finale, and it definitely was in a pretty satisfying way. And of course, we had Chika being distracted because Chika, as we've established, Chika is an element of chaos. I think they said that like in the very first episode of the very first season that Chika was an element of chaos. That these two like hyper analytical, calculating stuff people. You throw her into the mix, and suddenly you just might as well throw all your paperwork away because you never know what's going to happen, right? So getting her out of the way with like a carrot to distract her was a great idea. One of the best ideas he's had, and it definitely worked out. Allowed them to both have their alone time on that clock tower, all the heart-shaped balloons flying around, and I'd say he did a pretty good job of getting his feelings across, and Kaguya did a good job of getting her feelings across via lip contact, really. I mean, there may not have been any kind of "I love you" exchange there, but the actual feeling itself, I think, was exchanged. And we can always do the words later on. There'll be plenty of time after they get married to say they love each other, I'm sure. But yeah, overall, that was definitely a pretty crazy scene. I can't really, words don't really do it justice, but it was great the way everything came together like that. We even had some like floating and stuff at a certain point. And Kaguya just looks like a vampire with that cape. I'm just gonna say it. Like, Shirogane looked like, the Phantom Thief or whatever. I can buy that. But when Kaguya puts on the cape, she just looks like a vampire. She already looked like a vampire, honestly. So when you add the cape to it, it's just like complete, if that makes sense. But yeah, he also had the extra like letter of recommendation, for her. So rather than the initial idea of like trying to keep him there, which would be stifling his growth, his future, and all that. Instead, we drag Kaguya with us, which gives her a new opportunity. So definitely a great way to solve the problem for sure. And she did seem to agree to it fairly easily. I mean, she offered a little bit of like service level. I can't do such a thing. Kind of resistance, but it wasn't much at all. She definitely agreed to it pretty quickly. And her just kind of like talking about what to do, going forward about it. That whole scene, whatever you want to call that, that was also quite cute. And then we had the kiss itself, yeah. We also had the Maki thing, right? That was great because Maki was standing there being all sad, alone. It was just rough to watch. But then her best friend in the world shows up and decides to dance with her. Not only that, but she also clarified that the person she likes the most is her, right? That was like just a really nice scene. Obviously, the focus of the episode was Kaguya and Shirogane, but that wasn't too far off with me as far as like how happy and excited I was as it was happening, right? And we had a little bit of stuff between Ishigami and Miko as well, Gave her a heart, technically. Gave her some video, showcase how happy everyone is, and even though she wasn't directly involved with the festivities, out patrolling it all alone and all that, she seemed to be pretty happy about it, and I guess it's fine. Meanwhile, Chica's squad find a secret door, and pretty much as soon as I saw that, my very first thought was, we're gonna find a nice location to see Kaguya, aren't we? And we definitely did, although most of them didn't actually see it. Only one of them saw it, and they got murdered by the sight of it, and everybody else kind of got blocked by the balloons, including the audience. I'm pretty sure we didn't actually get to see the lip-to-lip contact because of the balloon. I mean, we saw approaching and de-approaching, separated, right? But I don't think we actually saw I could go through it frame by frame and see, but I don't know. But I also really appreciated just all the kind of flashback, like a montage of flashback bits, because there has been a lot of fun moments between them, and getting kind of reminded of that as we're having our important moment. It happens a lot in anime for a good reason, because it's a really satisfying thing to have happen. But yeah, and then we ended off kind of with the scene between Kaguya and Hayasaka. Kaguya doing her cutesy Kaguya voice, which is always fun, as she just goes into detail about kissing and whatnot. Alright, also the hand puppet thing, representing kissing with Hayasaka. I would have preferred actual lips for the demonstration there, but we didn't get that. But in Hayasaka's reaction to all this was pretty fun as well. And yeah, the final title drop to end us off, and just ended off the episode. Aside from the stinger, which was just kind of showcasing that things go on. The student council being the student council with a slight difference of, blatant hand holding behind the desk, and it's just so lewd. It's like one of those sort of hentai scenarios where two people are doing lewd things and in almost plain sight of everyone else, but it's behind a desk or whatever, so they can't tell what's going on. It's kind of like that. If you've read a decent amount of doujinshi, you should know what I'm talking about, but that's pretty much what that was. And that really was the episode, the end of the 3rd season, and we didn't get any kind of blatant season 4 announcements or anything like that, but I'm hopeful that we'll get it. I mean, if we don't get it, I'll have to look into the manga and see what's left. I mean, it wouldn't be too shocking if this was the final end of the whole thing, because technically we did, get our confession via kissing and balloons and stuff in this episode, so you could say the main goal of the show has been achieved, so this could just be the final of the Kaguya, the IP, not franchise, Kaguya story in general, right? It technically could be, and it could definitely work as that, but if that's the case, I would like to know that either way. But this definitely was it felt pretty final. It felt pretty satisfying. I mean, this was definitely a good finale. To end off a pretty good season to a really good show. That's how I would describe Kaguya. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I really got to say about it. This was just some really good stuff, and I'm glad I watched it. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.